Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Monday. Sorry. We are live. I have absolutely no hand strength yet again. Okay. And we are embroidering today. We are back to working on our canvas here. My goal today is to at least get the N finished. I did have to flip it back upside down because I forgot we were working on it upside down, to be perfectly honest, when I was setting up here. Bean is loose, and he has already come by once to inspect my setup. One, two, three. I think that's... Are you 2? No, 3. Okay. I think we're split correctly. I think. So hopefully he has wandered off to go do bean things, so I can at least get this separated. So hope everybody's having a good Monday here. I did not realize today was President's Day until I was on Facebook seeing if there was any town drama going on, and saw somebody ask about school today, and then somebody's like, no, there's no school, and then other people are like, yes, there's school, and then I was like, oh crap, is this, like, we had just put the trash out, and I'm like, half the time we forget. I'm like, are they picking up trash? And then I had to go to the city's website and check the trash schedule, and I was like, damn it, they're not picking up trash. And I think I just screwed my algorithm for the YouTube replay since I cursed so early. Because of course we did. Of course we did. That's why it's a good thing to make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and have your notifications set to all by clicking the little bell icon, because some stuff it just doesn't push out. Notifications on. Especially if you are cursy within a certain number of minutes in the beginning. Come on. Why are you being dumb? We haven't even gotten started yet, my friend, and you're already trying my ever-loving patience. Some days just be like this. Some days, 1, 2, 3. I swear, some days are just a trial before we even really get going here. All right. Are we knotted? Okay. All right. So we are going to attempt. Oh, that's not the right spot. To pick up where we left off. And yeah, it's gonna be one of those days where things just can't cooperate. I almost had you. You were like so close to actually, thank you, cooperating. So if we could keep the cooperation going here, that would be fantastic. I mean, but we were kind of fighting with this thread to begin with last time. I will try to keep it as in frame as I can. Though that is proving to be quite a challenge today with how much it wants to fight me. And Bean stepped on my canvas earlier. Really? Here we go, it's coming through the hole we came out of. And I don't understand this armature, right? I really don't. Because it's supposed to help hold your project, right? So you have an extra hand, if you will, while you're doing this. But and I understand I'm using it on a canvas, which it wasn't meant to do, but it's very wiggly. For the holding it in place, and I'm beginning to think I didn't make a good choice when I picked this guy up. I guess time will tell. You know, the way that just kind of popped up through there I kind of had a feeling it would be amazing to have a custom table with a hole cut out. Did it again. How many times can I come up through the same hole without trying? Hopefully that's a different spot. With a hole cut out underneath for larger embroidery pieces. So that way I wouldn't need to use this. Way not in the right spot. Good enough. Good enough. Sorry, didn't want to go into that spot, so that must have been a bit of hot glue. Right there. What did you do, friend? Really? There we go. Sometimes, if you get them soon enough, the tangle is super easy to untangle. Sometimes. Please excuse the scratches on the side of my hand. Those are the courtesy of Bean. We were kind of, sort of playing. That is small flake of paint or something there. I'm going to potentially come back when everything is said and done. And I'm going to redo some of the paint on here. I don't like how shiny the outside edge became. I wasn't sure about using that particular brand of paint, but I had a lot of it, so I was like, well, let's see. Maybe I can get it to work. And surprise, not surprise, I'm not happy. with it. I wasn't sure how much black I had in the other one. And when we were in Hobby Lobby, even though I hate shopping there, but I'm kind of don't have much of a choice anymore now that Joann's is closed. I guess I could try Walmart. Walmart's not the same brand, but
at least it would be a family.
yeah, they had like hardly any craft paint that wasn't their house brand. I mean, I know that they are not going to be carrying the Americana anymore, but even the folk art rack was like bare cupboard, and I was like, what is happening? Okay, this tangle's not a fun time here. Oh, what did I do? What did you do, thread? What did you do? Oh boy. I mean, this thread has been trouble since the word go this morning. And we got some of it there. Really not a fan of that embroidery thread brand. I mean, I have had some tangles with the DMC. I have so far. At least what I believe is DMC in one of the kits that I've got. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's been nearly as much trouble. What is happening here? What is happening here? Looked like it was being a little fussy there. You know what? I think I'm gonna need to adjust the camera here a bit more. Don't know if I just came up through the wrong hole. No, we're good. Alrighty. So it is a little bit trickier when you can't really see where you're trying to poke up from. I will say that. I mean, you can kind of use your finger to feel around, but even then, it's not super easy for me, put it that way. Where? Like, I don't want that particular. Come on. Okay, good enough. They're trying to poke me through in a different spot than I want it to be entirely. Slide over just a bit here so I can try to fill in that spot. See, the person that I saw do something similar, theirs was a lot smoother on their edges, as far as I could tell. Where am I? I am. So they may have also used a different canvas. I don't know. Oh, that looked white to me, so I don't know. I would love to tell you what color this thread is, but I can't, because the multi-pack of thread that I pulled this from, I don't know how they're naming their colors. Um, heck. What the heck is it? There we go. Couldn't figure out where the heck I was. That's never a good thing. But yeah, I don't know how they're naming their colors. I don't know how they're doing their color numbers. Because the only thing I could find anywhere on there that looked like it might have been a color number was the same exact number on every single thread. So if somebody knows how Coates and Clark color numbers their stuff, please do tell me. And that was the only thread that Walmart had was Coates and Clark, so I'm hoping that the loops and threads colors that I haven't tried yet. Oh, that's not the right spot. Are a little bit less tangly prone. Hopefully. I mean, the DMC, I don't have a problem using DMC, it's fine. Can be a little expensive. But I guess every... Really? Oh, I'm gonna have to pull this one off. Or I'm gonna fix this one. Oh wow, you really nodded, didn't you? How did you... How did you do that, friend? Kind of feel like I jinxed us right out of the gate by stating I had a goal today. How in the heck? I think I just made it. Oops. Don't make me have to. Like, cut this whole thing. There we go. Oh. Let's see how... Oh, that's not what we wanted. But yeah, I don't know if these are scratches or if they're spots that I missed that I'm now seeing. But, I do... need to, excuse me, a thread. Oh, why am I way over there? That explains why I Couldn't figure out where the heck I was. Yeah, so I don't understand how this arm is supposed to help you with a smaller project. If it doesn't hold it stiffly. Really? Like it's constantly wiggling around. That I don't understand. So I might have to end up getting a different one. We'll see. I'm not going to give up on it yet. I'm going to try it on the one I have to do for Mother's Day first. Glue string. All right. Let's see. Now, when I'm all done, I'm going to take either some Mod Podge or some tacky glue. Guess I could take tacky glue. And just gonna brush a little bit of it on the back over all of our thread friends back there. You know, I thought I was coming up through the hole I just went down through. And then I was like, no, you're being silly. You're fine. No, I was coming up through the wrong one. Okay. Perfect. Like, I feel where my thread is. There we are. Sometimes it's easier to get it to come up than others, it seems. And my goal was to get the end done. And then if we had time, maybe start some of the background just for a change of color. But we'll see. I suppose. As we often do. How is everybody today? Everybody doing good? Hopefully. Using today, dang it, to get some work done. No, I kind of stopped viewing President's Day as a holiday when I worked in retail, because we certainly didn't get it off. If anything, it was a chaotically busy day. It was just annoying. It was like, why are we this busy on a freaking Monday? It's like, people, go home. Why are you here? I mean, granted, they did give us business, which, you know, was needed, so I stayed employed, but at the same time, also, it's all sorts of annoyed. I'm just like, why? But at that point, I really didn't like it when it was so peoply outside. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be staying home if I can. Whenever possible. I am probably going to need to swap out this thread here soon. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
You have a timer going on your stuff, right?
No, it's all done. It's just cooling.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna take like 2 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. I just checked on it.
I mean, it's barely been 10 minutes. I don't know why we bothered. Okay, I'm going to swap thread on that. This is getting a little bit short to comfortably work with here. Come on. It's like sliding under my fingernail. So I was having such a hard time. I mean, my back's not too bad. Sometimes I can get it through the hole without the needle threader. Sometimes. And other times it's just forget it. So I'm almost done that tissue paper edit. After multiple crashes. I am adding in audio to it because I just don't want 7.5 hours of empty sound in the background. I feel like that would be weird. Personally, but that's me. Okay. And we'll just get back to pulling through here. Hopefully without it completely getting too angry here. Oh, so husband got me Lego rose bouquet to put together for Valentine's Day. Ever doing that? But I needed a vase to put them in because it didn't come with one. So I ended up getting where the heck? Hopefully that's not the same spot I was just in. Okay, good. I know it's very crooked at the moment. I do apologize for that. So I ended up getting a terracotta vase. Not a pot, a vase. That I found like over in like the wedding kind of aisles. And so I've been slowly working on that while this tissue paper project stuff has been rendering. Oh, 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 nope, 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 nope. Don't do that. Please don't pull off the needle. That will make my life a lot more difficult. So I'm kind of working on that, and I kind of want to give it like a sort of mosaic tile feel when everything's said and done. So I have to figure out what color I want my quote unquote grout lines to be. Did I just make you a bazillion times worse? I think I did. Because sometimes you can pull it like that and it lets go. So, did I fix it? Oh, I fixed it enough to go through. That's all that really matters. And it is upside down right now for anybody that just joined in. I know it's upside down. It's gonna be upside down for a little bit. While we work on this side of the letter here. Okay. I'll end up flipping it back soon enough. When we get to the point that I need to. So I'm not real sure yet how I want to handle this part, because we could just handle it like we did down here, or I can try to do it slightly differently. don't quite know yet. Haven't made up my mind. Wouldn't that be fun to have like a desk with a hole cut out specifically for larger sewing projects? They're just a little too awkward to hold. And then you could like get some C-clamps to clamp it to the edge, like the outer edge. And you could just come up through the underside, although that could be trouble, I guess, with the clamping if you have a tangle that you need to fix. So maybe no clamping. There is right, that's off the edge a little bit further than I really wanted to be. But sometimes you just kind of have to go with it. Oh, I should show you that vase. It's nowhere near done. But it's kind of starting to get there. I'm really bad at flowers. So pay no attention to that. I still have to put the centers on those flowers. But I'm gonna do the main background on here in blue. Like I said, it's got a little ways to go. And I had to prime that in gesso. Because it's terracotta. And terracotta gets very, very thirsty. And even with the terracotta on, I've had to do a couple of coats. Although that might be just because of the way that shade was behaving and a little more transparent than I was originally wanting. There we go. Okay. Now I know this is just like basic ass stitching, but there's nothing wrong with that. And I kind of want to try to do my own, at some point, embroidered interpretations of some Bob Rossi things. Would have to be like an interpretation of the finished piece, obviously. But it is something that I would like to try at some point. Dang it. Fine, I'll come down through here. And then walk it back up to there. How about that? Okay. Ready? Tomorrow we'll be back to needle felting our magnets. Don't think we'll be finishing that one that we started last week tomorrow. I think we'll need one more session. And I know I was belting those out in 2 sessions before. But I also kind of pissed off my neck while we were away. So, that wasn't so great. And then Snuffles tripped me. And it got oh so much worse. Which was terribly unexpected. I don't know how much we'll be able to get done tomorrow just because of how angry my neck is. It's better than it was, but I still don't have full range of movement on it without some sort of pain yet, so but it is improving. So, plus we still have to finish the background. I didn't quite get that background finished last week. We're still working on the bottom snow area. I did have to bust out the allergy medicine this morning. Because between the winds and the controlled burns that they've been doing, it's not where I want it to be, the last couple of days, I was trying to fight through it, but I just could not do that this morning. I was getting pretty tough to fight through there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't be doing that. Please. I need you on the needle. Thank you much. Huh? There we go. It's like, I do not see a snag. Like, what are you getting stuck on? Probably gonna have to flip this here. And ooh, oh, I don't like the sound of that. That even felt funky. What was that about? I don't know what that was about. My finger keeps hitting a spot under there, and I don't know if that was just a previous knot or if it was a snarl, because it was not very large. we still have a bit of working room. Not a whole lot, but got a little bit. Can we finish this end today? I don't know. I would like to think we could. Like, in theory, we ought to be able to. Did not feel like I came up through the same exact hole. Which is absolutely infuriating at times. Alright, maybe one more. Where's my needle? It's here somewhere. There it is. Okay. If I pull the needle tail a little bit more, probably get, if I could stop doing that, that would be helpful. Go. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's getting a little tough to I mean, we could probably get like one more, right? Where am I? I mean, there is a little bit of thread left on there. So I don't want to like completely bail out on it, but at the same time. What was that? Same time, I didn't want that to happen. I mean, it's like, we still have a bit of thread left on there. I don't want to waste a bunch of it. But at the same time, I also need to make sure I've got enough red to not that. And attempt to secure it. Okay, now let me get off some more thread here. Excuse me, and this pack did have 2 more shades of this, or close enough to the shades of this. What's up, littles? Meow. You looking for Bean? What's up? Bean's on the bed, littles. Bean, she's looking for you. What's up, little cat? Beans is like, Okay, now they're playing. That's cute. She was totally looking for him. Alright, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. She has been visiting us in our room a fair bit more and coming out of where she likes to hide more often since Bean has come to be a permanent fixture in the house. Well, it is very windy out there. Yeah, so last night I got all 9 of the 20 sections of video rendered together in sets of 3, and I dumped those 3 into a file, and then I started to add the audio into that, and that's where I'm at now. I've got like 35, 40 minutes of audio laid into it. There's no way I have enough music in my library that is gonna really fit with that project to have different audio for the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to loop the audio at some point. But I don't know when that point is going to be. Is it going to be like an hour and a half? I haven't fully finished going through all of the YouTube library audio yet. That I have downloaded. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Oh, you can see. Hmm. You can see a bit when you look up. There's like a tiny little black spot right here. It's probably fine. I'm probably just being weird about it. But knowing my brain, I'm probably going to have to fix it. Am I being too much? Probably. As I always am. Does anyone ever just get mad at their brain for like, nobody else would care about this, but you're gonna care about this? It's like, yeah. It's like, I'm sorry. How long have you lived here? Like what? Or parts of your brain get mad at each other? Or is that just a me thing? It could very well just be a me thing. And that is okay. I will not take offense to that. Leave it. Is it gonna bother me? Although when it's on the wall, is it gonna be noticeable? I guess that would really depend on the angle of viewing. Now, I do think that the person who I saw do something like this. Damn it. I think they were using 6 strand. I'm using 3. Because their thread looked a little bit thicker. That is the main reason why I'm thinking that. Now, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about that, but it seemed a little bit thicker than mine. And absolutely nothing wrong with that. you use, what you feel is right for your project. Because in the end, it's really just your business as to why you used what. If it got the job done, right? Find where I needed to be. So the mother-in-law is still sort of here. She went up to her sister's where the sister she's been traveling with took the RV, but they're not, they took the RV during the snowstorm that happened while we were gone, to a different sister's house, in Missouri. Like an hour from here, roughly. Because she had a spare guest bedroom that she could stay in. And they couldn't bring her dog in the house because she keeps trying to eat the outside cat, let alone all the cats in here. And Zuzu's not gonna take kindly to a tall dog, even if he's okay with them outside, in the house towering over him. We've been down that road before, and it was not pretty. So she never brought the RV back since we've been home. We don't know when exactly they are leaving the area yet. Might not be till sometime in March now. Something about they're trying to be here for somebody's birthday or something, the end of February. I don't know. Kind of surprised she didn't spend her time while she was here going through her shit. Because she's supposed to be... Her and the one sister that she's been traveling with are supposed to be moving into an apartment above one of her other sister's kids' garages. Oh, well, that's interesting. How exactly did I manage to do that? That's a good question. But the son of her sister has to build the thing first, and then she's talking about taking like all of her, like moving up there and signing off on the property and everything becoming our problem. Which if that happens and her name is removed off of this place, we might have to sell this place sooner than later, depending on what the property taxes look like here. They've been extraordinarily low because she's been on there and she gets some kind of senior rebate or something. Something to that effect. No, don't be starting your nonsense there. But at the same time, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Because she also talked about staying here for a while so that her and the other one could have a break from each other. And I'm like, wait, you're talking about moving into together, but yet needing a break from each other. Like, what? How's that work? But if that comes to be, then my mom might just have to get over the fact that we might have to move sooner. Dang it. That's not what I wanted you to do. Fine, that works too. So that's where we stand with that debacle at the moment. You just couldn't behave there, could you? And we definitely miss Publix. We very much wish we had a Publix here. They're a little expensive for like everyday stuff. Oh no, no. Don't make it worse. There we go. But Their sales didn't seem so bad when we were in there looking around at prices and stuff. And their produce section kind of put Walmart to shame. Actually, a lot of their store put Walmart to shame. So much cleaner in there. Let's see, are you a different spot? Okay. And I didn't necessarily mind my aunt's house itself. She wasn't an HOA and you had to park in specific areas and things had to be a certain way. And... Hi, Mr. Bean. Can I help you? Hi. No. What is on you? Hey, hey, hey! No. 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 Mr. Bean. No.
No. No. No.
Mr. Bean.
We are not settling in for this. Come on. Oh, you are very cute, but you are not settling in to chew on the fucking padding.
His feet were wet. Why
You're
are your
playing in the water?
feet wet?
Oh, damn it. I heated up some chili and I used the bowl to cover it.
Uh-huh.
And I think I left the bowl next to the microwave.
You need to go get that.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, yeah, but we don't want him... Did any splash in it?
Just water from steam.
Okay. Dang it, Mr. Bean. That's what life is like with Mr. Bean, trying to get stuff done. It was quite the battle trying to clean my seashells that I brought home. I did the bleaching and the acid dip outside, but I brought them inside so I could sit down with them a little bit easier. The heck? It's like guinea pig hay. When I did the mineral oil on them. And I don't know what was going on, but this cat is absolutely obsessed with mineral oil. And I was battling so hard to keep him out of it. Then he was trying to lick the shell. Ow, that was my finger, not the canvas. It was absolutely ridiculous. He was trying to run away with the shells. that had the mineral oil on them. He was like full on picking up the small ones in his mouth, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. What we're not doing is that. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this end, because technically we should have already started the turn on it here. Be about trying to make sure we don't have a cavernous hole to came up through the same hole, didn't I? Yep. To view things through. Right. So that is just, is that just how that's gonna be? Like, I don't want that to just be how that is going to be. But it might not have a whole lot of choice in the matter. But let us see if I can attempt to. Oh, this cat. His feet were filthy. So trying to get my arm back under here. All right. That completely missed where I was trying to go. Okay. My hand was in the way and I just completely stabbed myself. bleeding everywhere. Okay. So, let's see. If I can. Not this. So impossible. What did I do here? Here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna pull that off the arm here for just a minute. So I can try to figure this out. Okay. Okay, we are just that short now. I don't necessarily want to put it back on the arm just yet. Come on, I know. There you are. I know you're here somewhere. But if we are using that much red, we are gonna need to re-thread here sooner than later. Just from the sheer amount that we are stretching across here. Okay. As much as it pains me to cut off that much red here. Okay. That should be pretty well anchored. Okay. My working card up there. It's not really serving any special purpose, it's just holding my thread that I've split to keep it out of trouble, essentially. Okay, and the back will get more messy, I guess, and filled in as we go. Okay, I'm not sure where he took Mr. Bean. Where is my finger? Where is my thread? Okay. Over here. He's like, don't start on the first pull. Seriously. So we're gonna try to go to the zoo. Maybe in April. My mom wants to go. So we'll have to pick a day. Hopefully that's not during... When is spring break local? Really? Hopefully it's not April. I feel like it's March. Isn't it around Easter? I'm talking like grade school, spring break, not college. Are they both around the same time? That I don't know. But the zoo we go to also has a lot of new construction going on. They are updating their lions and meerkats and painted dogs. area. And they're going to be bringing zebras back, apparently. From the sound of it. So it's dangerous that Hal and Mr. Bean have figured out that they can team up together. To get into trouble. Did you put him up or did you just move him?
I just moved him.
Where is he?
I don't know. He's on the bed.
I don't know. I'm torn between making mashed potatoes and doing baked potatoes. I mean, I guess baked potatoes would be less trouble. But we don't have any sour cream. Oh, did you need to ask her about that?
No.
Or should I just make mashed potatoes? What? Very windy. I don't know if the wind chimes are coming through. It's very loud to me. But at the same time, I also have a filter on the microphone that kind of might be drowning out the husband's keyboard and some of the wind chime noises. What are we doing all the way up there? Need a lit for a road trip. So hopefully we can try to pick a day that we're not supposed to be streaming normally to do the zoo where the weather is being cooperative. No, that's not next month, that's April, she said.
Yeah, she was saying April.
Alright. I think. When's Easter?
Check. April 5th.
some reason I thought it was more the end of March. I wish I wasn't so good at blindly finding the hole that I just came up from. Because that's kind of annoying. At times. I do get frustrated by that. That's, yep. Okay. Well, we might at least get the end done. Maybe. I always forget how long this can take sometimes. Snuffles is sawing logs on the windowsill. How many times I try to get her off of there? She is bound and determined to be up there. So as soon as I'm done this edit, right, I'll be able to have more time at night to work on other stuff that has definitely not been getting the attention that it needs, like filling these yarn bags. That definitely needs to happen. And I can get back to working on other projects for the YouTube channel. I need to get more Little Known Galaxy recorded, because I've just about gone through my entire backlog. I even had to use some of it that had audio issues because I didn't have a choice. I couldn't go back in time and replay those sections because it saves as you sleep. So there was a section, there's like 3 in a row because I was recording them in batches, possibly 4, where my mic wasn't working at all. And I didn't realize it. I don't know if Mr. Bean did something or what, or if that USB card is being weird again. I don't know where this microphone is plugged into. But, every time I turn my computer on, it's a 50-50 shot as to whether or not I have to reconnect this mic to, get my computer to realize it's there. But I know to look for that now. Like today, it wasn't registering it. But I also had to reseat my RAM. I don't know if the RAM is failing. This computer seems a little on the younger side for that to be doing this. When did we get this thing? We got it the year my dad passed away. What year did he pass away? 24? 23? '23, I think. Because we went... No, it might have been 24. Terrible with dates. No, I think it was 23. I think it was 23. So it's what, 3 years old? Yeah, that's ridiculous. I do need to do a graphics card update though. Or at least check for one. I think I was yelled at about a driver or something a while back, and I don't remember if I ever did it. But I happened to think about it when we were in Dinkum yesterday. I wasn't sure if it was just Dinkum in my computer or if that was just how Dinkum can be sometimes. That kind of felt like I stabbed through the hot glue there. Probably did. Nope, that's not where I wanted to be. Still not where I wanted to be. I want it to be next to it there. So that's as close as I'm gonna get to where I want it to be. Okay. It's a little close to that piece. So yeah, if I had one thing to do over, I would give more room around all of the pieces. But this is how we're rolling, so this is a new thing for me to attempt. So as far as I'm concerned, this is all a experiment. I could like find where I need to be without poking 500 unnecessary holes in here. That'd be great. Would be super. And then we just have this straight section left here. On the end. Then we might work on a different color for a little bit. Okay. And that ends up there. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna take a piece of pink and outline the letters. I could take like a darker pinky purple and do so, but I haven't definitively decided to do that yet. The heck? Where am I? There. Like it wasn't even showing the little raised up domey bit from the needle trying to pop up. So I was very confused there for a second. Alright, I think we are going to do a needle reset. That is getting a little small. To work with now. Alright, hopefully I can do this without messing something up, and it looks like I did in fact mess something up. Hopefully I didn't royally mess it up on the other side. Alright, now I just need to find some stitchy friends to kind of weave this under here. Alright, that's not too bad. Not perfect, but it's not too bad. Wow, that looks really purple on the screen. Like, really purple. It is not that purple, trust me. It's like the same shade of pink as my shirt here. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. It's the thread. Oh, actually, my shirt looks. No, the thread is looking purple. Wow, my shirt looks pinker than that, and they're the same shade. Well, I'm starting to run out of this thread already, though. That's not good. But I do have more in the box. But it's only been one letter, so do I We might be alright. Or I might have to take a sample of this and go to Walmart and hope I get something in a similar dye lot. Is dye lot as huge an issue in thread as it is yarn? Or is it pretty consistent? Because I know it can be tremendously different in yarn. Tremendously. Come on. Why are you being difficult? Is it the way I... Was it my strand choice that you're being difficult? Sometimes these guys split beautifully, and other times they are fighting me the whole gosh darn way. I can only think of maybe it's just the choice of thread split that I went with. Ow. I don't know that I have enough panko for dinner. I need to see about that. So are you going to cooperate? Or do I need to get the threader? Oh, you cooperated for the most part. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. Grab my thread here. Three. Okay. Okay. Alright, and we'll just get back into it. I miss it anyway. Okay. With this, time has a way of just vanishing on me like Planet Zoo. Although that's not necessarily a bad thing. Right? It means that you're not loathing what you're working on, I guess. I'm still working on my learn to embroider kit. I got a little bit of that done. I can't remember if I showed you guys the husband's apron that I finished. Cause I was seriously. Why? I I don't know if it's me doing something wrong or if it's just the thread. Is some thread just like this? Okay, that was not the correct choose your own adventure. Really? Like, I can't. Oh boy, sometimes my fingers just don't seem like they want to cooperate. I feel like I've made this 6 times worse. Oh yeah, that's a definite knot there. How how bad of a knot is it though? You know what? Fuck it. It's not so much thread tangled up back there. Does anybody else have those moments where it bothers you tremendously, but at the same time, it just becomes so impossible to deal with? Whether you like dealt with it wrong or what have you, or accidentally made it go so much worse. I keep grabbing it back there. I'm like, what is happening? But my finger keeps hitting it, right? So I'm like, do I have another knot? Did I just make things 30 times worse back there by saying we were going to ignore it? That came way farther over than I necessarily needed it to. Partially why I was debating taking another thread. In a different color. To outline it, just to try to clean it up, right? Because it's gonna be noticeable. whether I use the same color thread or go with a different one. Hi, buddy. It's not time yet. I'm very much watching the time for you. You are way early, Mr. Dog. I don't know what's with your internal clock lately, but it's wrong. It's wrong, Mr. Dog. It's very, very wrong. Unless you just wanted a pet. In which case, I can accommodate the pet. We can do that. Nope. Where? There we are. I was like, I'm not finding where I'm supposed to be. And this might be a slight issue. So, I mean, I still... Oh, nope, 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 nope. Not... I swear, I need to have, like, one... like, a separate needle free to just get in there. To try to pry the, or pick the knot free. For when, the needle itself is not going to get there. Really? Just gonna be difficult, huh? Just gonna be difficult. And I don't know what colors I'm gonna do everything yet. Seriously? How? How am I constantly doing this? And blind, mind you. I cannot see where I'm coming up until I start to come up. Every time. More annoying than anything. So I do feel some sort of knot back there, but that might be the original knot that I am feeling. The original snarl. Yeah, so the construction at the Tulsa Zoo won't actually be completed until 2027. So hopefully we'll still get to see some stuff in that back section. And it did need a refresh. They had some areas in the very, very back of the zoo that look like they were almost original to the property, like with the big pit with potential for like a watery moat around the bottom of the pit to separate like the slabs of concrete running at a very steep incline down into the habitat, but they weren't always using those the last times that we've been there. I think they used it once for one of their bears. I guess they were maybe doing some work on their regular habitat and they just kind of moved them over there temporarily, I suppose. Tonight I'll be back to working on the audio on that project. Final edit. Well, what I hope is the final edit. So this thread that's on the needle right now won't be enough to finish this letter. I do not believe. I think we are going to need to get into that other thread, and depending on how much of the other thread we have left, we might have to end up starting the eye. Just so I'm not like wasting a bunch of thread. But we will see. So we still have a little bit of thread left on this one that we can still work with here. Might not be the right spot. I don't know, we're good. Second, I was thinking I was coming back up through that last hole there. But we are looking pretty good. So even though we live in Arkansas, the Tulsa Zoo is closer to us than the Little Rock Zoo. And we've actually never been to the Little Rock Zoo. There is also a zoo in Springfield, Missouri that is also still closer to us. Nope. Than the Little Rock Zoo because of where we're at. Now, we've never gone to the one in Springfield, Missouri. I've seen some people say it's really small. And some people were saying, it's small for the entry fee. So, I don't know if I want to drive 2.5 hours. So something quite that small. Although I don't know what they are comparing it to. But looking at the Zoom map, it did seem a little bit smaller than Tulsa, but maybe that's just my perception being off. But I like Tulsa Zoo. And we haven't been in a little while. Like, we didn't go at all last year. Because we were saving up. And I wasn't really sure how much my mom gave a shit about going, or if she was just humoring us when we dragged her along. But she, actually asked if we could go. So I was like, oh, okay. She's either terribly, terribly bored. There I go again. Up in the wrong spot. We might not need to worry about wasting too much of that other string. Because from the looks of it, we're gonna need it sooner. That's totally not the right spot. Then later here. I'll have to remember to get a photo of the husband's apron or see if he took a photo of it to post it to Blue Sky. So you guys can see the finished piece, because I really can't remember if I showed it. There we go again, coming up through the wrong hole. Totally on accident. Alright, so that's probably as far as I'm gonna get on that thread. I mean, I might be able to get a little bit further, but I still also need to I also need to tie this if it will cooperate. Getting it to cooperate is a whole another can of biscuits, it seems. Alright. Am I in? Yes. Okay. Now I didn't make that one super long. Kind of on purpose. Buddy, it's not time yet. I'm watching the time, don't you worry. Not sure why his timer has been stuck on like 12:30 1 p.m. because it's very rare that that happens at that time. Very, very rare. Alright, I need a drink. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get this back on the holder here. And oh, you know what? I'm gonna flip that. We're gonna be back upside down. Because this is gonna be closer to us. So we can see a bit better here. Okay. So what has everybody working on lately? What has everybody been up to while we were away and sort of trapped in another state because of that storm? Anybody working on anything fun? Anybody working on any new or with any new um, art mediums? Even if it's not a new medium, what have you been up to? right now I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do with this chicken that I pulled out for dinner. I have a couple of options, I think. I have a teriyaki sauce. I have a teriyaki with pineapple sauce. I have a barbecue sauce. I have two different barbecue sauces, actually. Um, or I have a, I think I have some panko breadcrumbs. And then, I don't know. We have some potatoes we kind of need to use in the pantry. And I don't know if I want to do baked potato. Right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, I could do baked potato, or I could, in theory, make mashed potatoes and run them through the ricer. But that sounds like a huge mess that I don't feel like dealing with right now. So I'm like, I don't know. I could skip the potatoes altogether. And just make mac and cheese, which is kind of starting to sound a little bit better. To my brain at the moment. I just don't know. My brain is indecisive on a good day. We will see. But I am really so very excited. I'm almost free of editing this project. I technically should have been done yesterday, and I would have been if I didn't have some issues that popped up during the final edit before I popped the audio in. It being a little weird and chuggy. I mean, I guess I could outline it in black, though, to clean up the edges. I have plenty of that. So did you ask her about the potatoes?
I did not.
Because now I'm kind of thinking maybe I just do mac and cheese.
Okay, that's what you want to do.
I don't know. Mac and cheese just sounds like so much less trouble at this point. When she's not gonna eat what I give her anyway. Like, does that make sense? I don't know. I mean, I guess baked potato is not that much of a pain in the ass, but
It's fine.
okay. Can you find out if she wants teriyaki flavor on her chicken nuggets or if she wants barbecue flavor on her chicken nuggets?
And by chicken nuggets, you mean the chicken that you're making, right?
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna try to panko them. I hope I have enough panko.
So the choices are teriyaki or barbecue?
Yeah, there's the powder barbecue or the baby raised barbecue.
Okay, so what are you doing exactly?
Well,
Like, are you...
I was gonna bread it, right? And then mine, when it's just about done, I was gonna put on some of the teriyaki.
I don't think you should do that.
Soggy.
Yes.
All right.
Like I think it's going to ruin the texture, and either you'll overcook it trying to get the sog out, or you're gonna have soggy.
True.
So I would just leave it. I would leave it be, and just honestly make a dip cup.
Okay. Does she want barbecue sauce to dip in?
I would go find out. She's gonna want mayonnaise. I don't know why I'm asking.
I don't know. So she's not eating just straight fucking mayonnaise out of the jar? I'm trying here. I'm limited on what I can make her because of what she can chew with her dentures.
Should just have barbecue sauce.
Okay. I guess I have to heat the barbecue sauce.
She didn't say, so I assume not.
Knowing her.
I've never known her to ask for heated barbecue sauce.
We've never given it to her as an option, but she always wants her syrup heated. Snuffles. Why are you being pissy? Yeah, I'm noticing. Am I gonna be just on this? Because that is gonna be all sorts of infuriating. If that's the case. Now I'm doing a sort of modified satin stitch. Hi. No, no, no. Mr. Bean. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish by doing that. But you're not in a good spot there, my guy. Hi. Now what are you gonna do? Now I have to move everything out of the way so you can get down, huh? Come on. Beans.
Mr. Bean.
No. No.
Don't chew the flamingo.
That's paper mache, guy.
Is it paper mache?
Yeah. No. Mr. Bean. Oh, look.
Mr. Beans.
Ooh. I'll leave it be. Sorry, he was behind my monitor where I can't get to him. And he has figured this out. And the only way that he can remove himself from there
Don't you start.
is to exit a specific way, and I had stuff sitting there. Suzu, it's not time yet, guy. It's not. We still have a good half an hour. I know you don't understand clock time. Obviously. But I promise you, I am keeping an eye on the time. He's extra mad because he didn't get to go at all yesterday. And then this morning, he and Snuffles didn't want to listen. While we were there. I think I'm gonna be just short. Seriously? That. It's gonna be really aggravating. This is gonna be really close. On this letter. They're not. I swear. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough to properly because that is not very much thread left on there. Hi, Bean. Bean, you can't have that. Okay. Hi. No, that's not not an exit. That's
Mr. Beans.
And now he's gonna sit on top of my tower.
At this point, as long as he sits and stays, I think I shouldn't bother.
Well, I don't know if he's sitting on my hard drive connection. I can't see where his ass actually is because my fan's in the way. Hey! Hey! What are you doing?
Mr. Bean, no.
Don't be sticking your feet down in there. How about we get down? Really? Where's Littles? It was so cute. She came in here calling for you. And then you two ran off to play. And it was so adorable. Yeah, we're gonna be... That's infuriating. Yep. We're gonna have to... thread another needle.
Mr. Bean, what are you... That fucking clip again, whatever.
He's just gonna end up pulling that whole stack of stuffed animals down. Or break that clip. I mean, there was supposedly a matching set. They only gave me one.
Yeah, I did find funny how much she talked about, oh, we're going to get you the rest of it.
Oh, he can go find the other one. I'm like, you really don't need to.
Well, she didn't, so it works out.
It's fine. I'm like, why do you have it if you didn't want it? I'm just like, why is everybody giving me shit that they don't want? Trying to give me a towel clip when I've never seen you out doing anything outdoors that would require a towel clip. Alright. No, we're not chewing that. That is stone. Or something. Really? I put the flamingo back and you beeline right to it.
Mr. Beans. No. Enough. Stop being a little bugger, you little bugger.
So now I've got the flamingo in my lap.
No, what are you eating?
Who
What are
knows?
you even going after, you little fucker?
Whatever he can get into at this point.
Here, you know what? Hey, Mr. Bean. How'd you like a wooden fish?
Mm-hmm.
What's this? What's this wooden fishy thing? Wooden fish!
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm only gonna go with a small amount here. Just because I don't want to deal with a bunch loaded onto a a needle left over. Okay. So we're gonna reload. 1, 2, 3, our needle. Oh, did only 2 of those end up in the knot? Okay. Still have the flamingo on my lap because I know the second I put it back, I'm gonna have to keep it there until he forgets about it. Because that's how Mr. Bean rolls. When does the pissy teenager toddler phase of cats end?
Say about a year. But it all depends on how he turns out, because Cow was a bastard for a long time.
He still is.
He's gotten a little better.
That is entirely situational and debatable, if you ask Littles. Okay. Alright, I am going to attempt to take that in there. But nope, that did not split it. Okay, that down there. Hopefully. What is going on back here? Oh, I did have a snarl. Well, that is just gonna be like that now. Unfortunately. I think I've already done a few stitches, so there's not much point in trying to fix it. at that point. It's kind of too far. Past the fixable point, I think. And let's see. I might, when everything is done, come back and like re-outline the letters, maybe in black, maybe in a different color. We'll have to see. I keep forgetting that I've got a turtle up here. Yeah, see, I have a snare happen there. And eventually, once we are all said and done here, I'll come back in with some tacky glue. Maybe water it down just a tiny bit, and or maybe not, and just spread it out on all of our stitching knots and everything, just to make sure that that is fully attached. But that is kind of where we're at for the moment. I might have to get the stencil out to figure out the shape of that turtle at this point, because I'm not sure where he's supposed to be. Yeah, that's all we have of the other first round of that thread left, and that took like most of the one letter. I have no idea where that town was even at. I'm not even sure I heard it pronounced properly. But I'm trying to figure out right now if I want to do every other color. Like if I want to do these two color or these two letters a different color just to ensure that I have enough. Like I might have enough on here between this and this to do the eye. But like now I'm nervous I don't know. This might entail a trip to Walmart this weekend.
I don't know. What's wrong?
I don't know that I have enough of this shade. I mean, I might.
You remember which one you got anyhow, right?
Huh?
You remember which thing you got?
They're not color named, so I'd have to bring one of the swatches with me.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know. But that will be a matter for me to deal with this weekend, I think. But hey, we did at least get the N done. So, it took longer than I expected, but N is done. So that's something. Um, next week I might start on the non-lettery stuff on like this side just to give us a little bit of a change of pace to look at. But we will see how that turns out. We'll be back tomorrow for needle felting and doing some more work on our needle felted magnet. So thank you guys for joining me today. Don't forget to follow the social links down below. That will take you to the Ko-fi, the Blue Sky, and the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe over on the YouTube channel and turn your notifications to all so that way you don't miss anything being uploaded, because the blanket one, when you just hit subscribe, does not send you nearly half of what goes up. So until tomorrow, friends, enjoy the rest of your day and have a good one.